we had a journey of 99 million hours of skating, a major win for Italy all across the board, minions, and so much more. Join me as I dive into the Nepela Memorial Challenger Series. But first, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more figure skating related content. Y'all, I did not pay for this stream. I had instant regret. I ended up having to piecemeal watch this, find the YouTube videos. Oddly enough, the YouTube videos for this competition were down much faster than Nebelhorn, because last year Nebelhorn was my mortal enemy with this. But I did manage to find most of the programs that I wanted to see, although there's some that are still missing out there. And I will warn you, if you're new here, don't judge this video of how all my videos will be. This is just a snapshot of someone who just tired of spending money on streams and went the bootleg way, and somebody who's watched 9 million figure skating videos at once. So I promise other videos are way more detailed and not oh, I couldn't find so-and-so short program and so on. But alas, let's get into it. Let's talk about the women first. So this was a full sweep for the Italian women. Did y'all predict this? When I looked at the lineup, I did not predict this. In first place was Lorine GUTMANN as JOOS. I am so happy for her. She is one of my favorites. She is just so unique. She does not care if anybody's going to find her weird. She gets out there and does it. I think they made a really good decision with doing such a unique program like this because it really does stand out compared to the other Italians that she will be battling for the Olympic spot for. Her short program, I really liked it. I mean, I liked it the first time around when I saw it in Lombardia, but I really liked it here. It does a really nice job of showing off her softer side, but also it has this kind of weirdness to it too. And I don't know if it's just because it reminds me of that show. What is that show where the older guy may have been in an affair with the younger person in real life? There's always a hotel involved and people die. Maybe it'll come to me. The White Lotus. I don't know why it reminds me of that. Watch it turn out to be that if I would have just taken the 5 seconds to look it up. If not, let's just call it the White Lotus program. But her JOOS program is still one of my favorites. I think she came out, especially for her short program, looking so confident, so chill. I was just so impressed and just so excited for her. So huge congratulations to her. She just kind of put her name out there, send me on to the Olympics right this minute. And second place was Anna Pezzetti. I forget every time I see her that her jumps are just as if she is planning to fly an airplane. For her free skate, she skated to the Black Swan, which I cannot help but be a Warhorse fan for this. Now, her total points for the free skate was quite a bit of ways. I mean, not quite a bit. So Lorine GUTMANN got 135.26 and Anna got 126.19. That was likely, though, that difference, that such wide difference, was because she had some doubles that were likely supposed to be triples. So she had a double loop and a double Lutz, and that just brings her down compared to Lara GUTMANN. In third place here was Sarina JOOS, also from Italy. This was a surprising outing. So she tends to be a little bit inconsistent and unpredictable. Unfortunately, the recording that I saw of her really had some moments where it lagged. So it wasn't her. I'm not saying she was lagging. I'm saying the stream must have lagged. So I don't want to judge her performance based upon what felt like a Windows 95 dial-up experience. I will say when the stream was working, she was actually pretty speedy across the ice. Now, she doesn't kind of capture and bring you in as much as the other two Italian women. There was points in her free skate when it wasn't lagging. It felt like it was kind of going jump to jump to jump. But still, this was a really good outing for her. And I get so happy when there's unexpected podium placements. Unfortunately, there were no bootleg videos out there of the 4th place or 7th place Starr ANDREWS. That surprised me. I thought Starr would be out there somewhere. I couldn't find it. All I could find was her step sequence. Apparently that was fire. So now I'm even more wanting to see this. I did read on Reddit, people were saying that, she skated nice and skated well at this. So that is exciting. Sara-Maude DUPUIS came in 5th place and was the first Canadian woman to land a triple axel internationally. That is so huge. She is saying, please give me my Olympic spot. Oh, yeah, I need to actually talk about her skates. So her short program, she did real well. She only got a level 3 on her step sequence. I really liked her free skate, although it was like after the triple axel, she went like a double lutz, double toe, double loop, and then on down the program, a double lutz. So I think if she's really wanting to battle, of course, the triple axel. However, being mindful, if that takes away your energy and suddenly you're doing more doubles, then is it worth it? I don't know. We will have to see this battle at Canadian Nationals, and I hope it's not in like Ted's gymnasium somewhere. In 6th place was Lorine SCHILD. I got to see her free skate, which was Calories free skate from the 2022 Olympics. Some of her jumps were a little wonky here. No, they weren't bad. They just seemed like she kind of held on. She didn't get a whole lot of calls, though. Even though that was happening, I still felt like this was a beautiful program, and she really stood out to me. I was disappointed I couldn't track down her short program. I think I did, like, at some point, but that's now been, like, taken down. Every time I see her skate, I think I need to watch her skate more in life. One of the heartbreaking things was this weekend was Niina from Estonia. That was just uncharacteristic for her. For her short program having a fall, and then in her free skate, she brought back Dune, and she did this much better. It just wasn't the best that we've seen. We've seen this program done much stronger before, but still did enough to bring herself from 16th place to 8th. And so I'm hoping this was just a fluke. We also saw Elyce LIN-GRACEY, which she was in 11th place. I'm worried because she started out last year so strong. And as the season went on, it just went downhill. And I'm hoping what we're seeing now is maybe the opposite. Maybe as the season goes on, and she's going to have an upward trajectory. But I'm concerned because in her short program, she had a popped jump, and then in her free skate, a popped jump, a fall, and just everything under the sun. Did she fall on a spin? Why don't I remember that? Hold on, I'm pausing. I'm rewatching this. She did. Thankfully, this counterfeit video was still up. Rewatching it makes me really sad. There's just something afoot. Should she get a different coach at this point? Like, what is going on? I know it's early in this season, but like she just looked a lot different on the ice. She did not look like she was enjoying herself. I don't know the speed because all these streams that I've been seeing videos from tend to lag, but she seemed slower, but I don't want to say that 100%. Just something's not working for her. And Chaeyeon KIM in 12th place, she didn't have the best outing either. I think she may be injured. The reason I think this is because she's the type that I always think is kind of calculating all the mistakes she made, keeping track of it, and tends to look unhappy with herself after disastrous performances. But she even laughed with her coach and seemed fine. So something tells me they knew that she was not going to do well. Hopefully whatever's going on can resolve before the Olympics because she is such a fighter. And this was pretty surprising. Oh, and we saw Ava Marie ZIEGLER again, who came in 16th place. This wasn't the best outing for her either. Like, she still put on performances, though, even though her jumps were, like, chaotic. This is, like, one of her first outings. I know she had another one recently, but this is, like, the second outing since her injury. So I don't want to speak, like, too dramatically. We'll just see how she goes for, like, the rest of the season and so on. And in ice dance, Olivia, Smart, and Tim DIECK came in first place for their rhythm dance. You know what? They go all in. They got the costumes. I hear them. It was actually fun. Like, it was actually something that didn't feel like I was going to Saved by the Bell and eating at the whatever it's called. The Dot. I think it's a dot. Yes. One thing that stood out that was really cool is she goes under him, and then it felt like, the epic move in their Dune program last year? It looks like they, like, brought that back in. Their Dune Part 2 program, okay, I really love it. Absolutely love it. Like, there's so much to this program, like, oh my gosh, that one move where, like, she must have all the core work in the world to just basically flip over him. I would like to see this again. It kinda pauses a bit before you get, but I bet, as they go on, they're gonna be much more fluid with it. And then I like when the music speeds up and it just is really cool. I really like it. And what's funny is Olivia took to Instagram to say that they got turned around at one point and were not facing judges like they were supposed to, and then they somehow fixed it. I've watched this twice and I haven't noticed it. So clearly ADHD was at play here. They're also going to get new costumes. I forget where I heard that at. I think Olivia had said it maybe on Instagram that they're planning to get new costumes. Although I do love these costumes, I can see why they would want just something fresh for this program. And second place was Natalie TASCHLEROVA and Filip TASCHLER from Czech. I like their rhythm dance. It's fun. You could tell they're having a lot of fun. They are very speedy during it. And they were in first place here after the rhythm dance. I like their free dance. I read some comments online of people saying they didn't like it, but the Matrix was actually pretty cool. It felt like it was different than what I'm used to seeing them skate to, but it was still pretty neat. But there was also a headstand. At first I'm like, okay, but why? And I'm not even like the anti-acrobatic person. They ended up actually fifth in the free dance, but then got second, of course, overall. The judges for ice dance for this competition, they were not playing about like anything. In third place was Caroline Green and Michael Parsons. So they introduced us to another sprayed on ab t-shirt. Interesting. So they ended up initially, so for the rhythm dance, they were in seventh place because of level ones on their twizzles. This is another time in life where I'm like, I don't understand, but I guess my interpretation, if someone's gonna like a level 1 twizzle, then they're just like not twizzling. But I know that's like ridiculous. For their free dance, I find it very lovely and it really fits them well. They do really well with like a modern dance type of feel to their programs. And so I think if they can tighten up whatever was going on in the rhythm dance, they will be a contender for one of those 3 spots for the Olympics. And Evgeniia Lepreux and Geoffrey BRISSAUD from France, they came in 4th place here. There's just something about both of their programs that are just not working. It just doesn't seem like them, if that makes sense. Now, in their rhythm dance, she stumbled during the twizzles, so I'm actually surprised that they weren't further down. But both these programs just are not working. Now, I did rewatch their free dance. I liked it here better than I did. My God, all these competitions, these early competitions are just hybriding together. I like it better than whatever the other competition was. I still don't think it's really 100% them, but maybe they've kind of painted themselves in a corner, backed themselves in a corner. This is what this is what happens when you watch 9 million hours of skating and then you try to talk about it. You just can't speak in life. They've pretty much got it to where they have a formula, a unique formula, and if they don't follow the unique formula, it stands out. As always, I freaking love Yuka and Juho from Finland. Love these people. I'm so disappointed that we likely will not see them at the Olympics because I want the world to see them. They're just always having a freaking blast. Love their Spice Girls program when they get to the point where they're like going to the boards. I mean, that is like their signature move is going to the boards and then dancing off for us. That just made me so happy. And I really enjoy their Moulin Rouge program. And once again, I am easily sold by them going to the boards and starting to dance towards us. I mean, that's all they need to do for me to be like majorly fanning. And lastly, the men. Unfortunately, I watched clips of Kevin's videos while I was at a conference, so it was muted. And for some reason, his has been like pulled off the internet for life. So this is just your experience when you do counterfeit watching competitions with figure skating land. I mean, I know how they went. His short program was beautiful. I was so excited when he did the combo right off the bat. Quad toe, triple toe. For his free skate to Bolero, luckily, this is one you can watch silent because, I think Bolero is just ingrained in my brain for life. And what really stood out to me that, made me just want to cheer, but I couldn't because I was at a conference, was when he popped the Lutz, he went on and did the rest of his program with zero nonsense. I mean, it wasn't 100% clean. There was a couple things, but he powered through. And I was just so happy about that. And then this was also a battle of the Italian men with Matteo in the lead. So he came in second here. This was so just refreshing to see because I have a soft spot for Matteo. And so when he didn't do as well at Lombardia, I got a little worried, but here, no. He's ready to rumble. He is ready to have his opera sounding. I think it's opera sounding. I'm probably being dramatic and my brain is mush at this point with this much skating. Free skate, ready to be like, I am the poster Italian, send me. It was just a really good weekend for him. Daniel Grossel, I didn't get to see his short program. I did see his his free skate. I'm laughing because never in my life did I think there would be a post in life on Reddit where it's like Daniel Grossel is dressed like a priest for his free skate. So he is skating to Conclave, a Pope-themed program. And he still, has the same jumps that he has and all that jazz. It wasn't the best outing for him. A little chaotic. His protocol just kind of lights up like a Christmas tree in the way you don't want it to light up. I really thought this program was going to be more interesting, and I don't know what I was expecting. Maybe I was hoping for some theatrics, but it was just It was okay. In fourth place was Mihhail SELEVKO from Estonia. I really like his short program. I tend to like weird things like that, and that is just weird and delightful. His shirt, too, I'm like, does that glow in the dark? I just really enjoyed the overall concept of it. For his free skate, I felt like he was really just losing stamina pretty quick into this program. Maybe just need some more outings with it. I have a soft spot, it seems like, for Estonia skaters just because I know how much their country gets excited and cheers them on. So it's really unfortunate that only one of the brothers gets to go to the Olympics, and that's going to be an awkward battle between them. Lord, how their Christmas will be. It's going to be an awkward Christmas. I also got to see Jacob Sanchez's both of his programs, believe it or not. His free skate, when I first heard him, like, oh, this is Adam Sahlenfall's 2023-2024 free skate song. And so at first it was kind of hard to remove myself from that excitement because I'm like, oh, remember when Adam did the backflip at Worlds and then still got the third place? But it's so unfortunate that this wasn't the best skate for him because he was in third place after the short program, but then just a lot of mistakes within the free skate. And I could tell, his stamina was just not there. It's early in the season, though, so we'll see how it goes. And hopefully, he will not feel like he must die like he dies at the end of his program. Probably one of the more heartbreaking things from this event was Nikolaj MEMOLA from Italy. Just not a good weekend for him. He came in 8th place overall. So he added the quad flip to his short program and his free skate. So in both programs, I'm curious if adding that in, changing his layout a bit, was what ended up maybe doing him in. Now, that's not what he made mistakes on, but still, just kind of just changing the layout of a program, I can only imagine that changes the flow of everything. And of course, I couldn't talk about the men without talking about that Minions program. Sabete from Spain, he did the boldest, duck movement, just this Minions epicness. I mean, if you're gonna go to the Olympics, you might as well pull what he pulled, because it's like he probably knew, like, okay, I'm not gonna get a medal, but I will have the human beings out there talking as I walk like a duck and minion all over the place. Like, this was fabulous. Like, this made my existence. All right, y'all. Like I said earlier, if this was your first time tuning in, do not judge me from this program. This was like when somebody's having to watch counterfeit movies in someone's basement, trying to gather all the information after watching hours upon hours of other movies. My brain's fried. Tune in next week for Dennis 10. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more figure skating related content.